Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, takers of all ages, how you guys doing this evening? Hellscat Death here, bringing you another Wednesday night fights. How you guys doing? It's Beaver's night for MBA. He kind of put up some rules together and did some crazy things. And so we're going to be running them tonight. We'll do some rundowns here in a little bit of those rules, but I got two gentlemen here with me that deserve a lot of credit and a lot of whoop whoop. So first coming out of the gate, moderator for this evening, WNF moderator and streamer. Hopefully you're starting soon. Mr. Legit, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Els?
Not too bad, not too bad. Second seat as always, partner in crime. Yes, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Happy to be running this criminal operation with you tonight.
It's gonna be dirty.
It's dirty.
All right, so I'll do some rundowns here really fast on you. This is the race to 3, best of 5. You either cap it or you destroy all. Defending teams, you either defend it out, time runs out, or you kill all. This will be a 770 sanctioned event. You can only have the max of 2. So only 2 heavies or 2 mediums or 2 lights. Tank destroyers are max of 2, but each one has to be different. So 1 E4, 1 E3. 1 RD. In case of a tie, we're going to go down to Ghost Town. Considering Ghost Town was picked by CZR, will be possibly, I hope. We always hope for Game 5 here. So, big hope that we get to see Ghost Town yet again. And then the map's pretty simple coming out. You got Hemels, Murrow, Proc, Sand River, Steps, Arctic Region, Liberty Falls, Twip, Mines, and Ghost Town, and they can pick any variant, any map. So I just realized that, so we might want to ask PPW who picked Hemels tonight. But all right, guys, I'm gonna shut the hell up and let you guys take over.
No, one of the things that we saw in some of our earlier coverage a few weeks or even months back is we started covering some multi-base on WNF, and I will tell you, for those of you not familiar with it completely, it tends to be a little bit more fast and furious than some of your other maps. One thing to watch is that once you get a tank on that cap ticks quick. And if you get 3 tanks on there, that's 33 seconds. And you need to kill tanks to get that time to reset. Not just tracking them, not just hitting them, you need to get in there and kill tanks. So defending teams never want to be too far away from either cap, and attacking teams, you will see they will get on those caps, and you'll see games won by caps tonight. I'm certain of it.
Oh yeah. All right, PPW is now here. CZR up in here.
Yeah. CZR, just of note, especially in the last GTL match, which was encounter mode, they were beasts on Ghost Town. So it's not a surprise to see them pick this map. I think this team is one of the better teams out there on Ghost Town. So let's see how they handle the multi-base setup. You're going to notice that you're going to see the caps around B6 and kind of that EF 5-6. So you still get that traditional cap right there in the middle, but then you have one that kind of sits out there on that B line right about at B6. And it's very wide open. It's easy to defend, but there are some little undulations in the ground where you can get tanks kind of hull down. Very difficult to hit. There's enough distance between those 2 cap points that you have to spread your tanks, and with 7 tanks, you really got to make decisions on terms of speed, maneuverability, and survivability. So those will be things to look for in the tank selections coming up.
What up, Oddball? How you doing, buddy?
Oddball in the house. Wednesday night regular. We really appreciate him. Always supporting, throwing out some good cheer our way. Legit is working the chat right now between PPW and CZR, getting them set up. Looks like trying to straighten out the final rules there, and we should have tanks flying up any second. Oh, one more thing to point out for MBA mode. The team always on the left is defending, so you will see CZR defending to start, and the tanks always are the team always on the right-hand side. In this case, PPW, they are always the attackers. Unlike some maps where it can get kind of confusing, the multi-base makes it very easy. Defenders and then attackers on the right.
Steelmatic, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in this evening.
So nice that they did that for once.
I know, right?
Man, playing GTL and all these different encounter maps, and you're like, what spawn am I on? What spawn am I on?
It's the worst, though, like when you're on the right-hand side of the tank queue, but then your team spawns on the other
on the left
west side of the map, and you're like, no one thought about that? All right, fine. We'll deal with it. Looks like we got the timer started, legit doing in there. We're down to 120 on the timer, and tanks are going up. I think one of the things, especially on Ghost Town in this mode, is mobility. Bringing fat, slow tanks. You have to move and shift from one locale to another is not probably the ideal. Or at very least bring a variety of tanks and maybe a quick medium or light that can work around the outside. You already see that from the, it looks like we got to shift one person over there from PPW. There we go. Both teams choosing to bring bat chats.
Apparently they just want to play musical chairs today. People keep joining and leaving, so I gotta play musical chairs.
That can be our new theme song.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What day is it?
Hump Day, 18th.
And Skippy.
I don't know.
Hump Day. What they always was. That's why we started it on a Wednesday, because we'd always be able to tell you the rest of the week's all downhill from here.
Yeah, thank God. I think we got 7 tanks up there on the CZR side, so we could probably get some lineups here before we go.
Here, I'll do it.
I'll go ahead and. Oh yeah, go for it, man.
And then you want to do PPW?
Yeah, yeah. You get you.
Barologi
Knock it out.
E4, Veinship Knights, and the Bad Chat, Lamera, and Santi Bolton IS7s. All right, here we go. El Chucho in the Super Conch, I Karma in 50B, and El Comatota in the 5A.
That was very nice on that last one. I like that. Over on the PPW side, we got an E4 coming out by Commander Robert, a 430U by Nir Possum, Bat Chat, Pre-Adult Baton, IS7s with Caesar and Fanta, Hyper Fallen in a Machine, and Rainbow Castle in a Super Conch. Let's go tanking.
They tried to sneak another tank in. It's not gonna fly, bro.
That's a no-no. So look quickly for CZR is very good. One of the things that they were good in GTL in encounter mode was really being a very patient team with their setup. They knew their positions, they knew what they wanted to execute, and they would allow the other team to make the mistake on Ghost Town. So let's see if that holds true here. Like they're to shoot that bat chat of CZR probably out to the J line and try to get some early intel there, which is pretty much a kind of the smart move, and then move the other tanks up the D line and get into their defensive positions. And both bat chats have spotted each other up. Interesting if pre-adult, yeah, he wants to get up there in that boost position, but he's getting shot at, so he quickly says negative to that and gets off the hill.
Laser Dover, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you guys doing? Thank you for the tune-in.
Kind of taking a look at the CZR setup. They're spread out across that 3 line, kind of pushing right, or sorry, across that 4 line, pushing right up against the 5 line. Notice how they're keeping the IS-7 to watch the B cap, side scraping off the side of the buildings with the 2 IS-7s. You got your big alpha gun with the E4 covering the center cap, and then watching the flank, the 50B and the 5A. So now we need to watch PPW and how they make their rotation. And you can already see the rotation happening with the 430U and hyper fallen in the machine, rotating back out the 8 line. They're probably going to try to probe that B line, is going to be my guess. Notice the bat chat of CZR is kind of sitting in the back watching the flank, and Baton is still trying to probe that outside end. Here comes Machine, got spotted, hyper fallen, and so did Possum, near Possum. Now he's going for that dip spot. So see where that rubble is broken down right there? That house, right where he hit there, he is now hull down and very difficult to hit. Now watch the timer go. We're going to get 2 tanks on here. Maybe.
Maybe.
Trying to figure. Yeah, there we go.
There they go.
Spoke too soon. So now already at 42 seconds, and notice that they're also applying second cap pressure at the top with Rainbow Castle and the Conqueror. This is really going to force CZR to make a decision now. I love this strategy. Let's see if it pays off for PPW. The IS-7s are now forced to go down the B line and contest that cap. That cap is getting down. Yeah, it's 10 seconds.
They gotta go.
And you got to kill tanks. At this point, they're going to cap out.
Yeah, unless Lamar gets a shot in.
I don't even think a shot saves them there.
There's one. There he goes.
There's one. He got one. It's still quick. Look at it. It's ticking. And CZR is literally a bounce away from losing. They're still resetting it.
There it is.
Yeah, that was the big reset they needed. Yeah. Now here goes Rainbow Castle down in the cap there. So now CZR has the advantage. Yep.
Fallen kept bumping into the 430U and making him more and more exposed. Instead of taking the hits like he's doing now, just stay there.
Yeah, just share that. Yeah, eat that damage and let the other tank hold the cap points.
So now PPW's got a cross on CCR and is backing those ISs up to where they don't have shots back on their guys on cap.
Yeah, and it looks like, pre-adult went down. The bat chat and the 50B took him out, and that's going to allow those 2 autoloaders now to rotate to the backside of either the cap, which is exactly what they're doing with Vine's ship.
9 seconds.
Gotta go though. 8 seconds.
Yeah.
5.
I don't know. I don't think that bat's gonna get there.
I just needed to get the shot in.
1. Wait 5 seconds.
Nope.
Got it.
That's game.
They get
Nope. They got it.
They got it. Wow. Well, I told you tonight, kids, we were going to see some cap outs, and that clock's quick. That was a really nice strat there by PPW. But hats off to CZR. They jumped on that pretty quick. Unfortunately, they couldn't get that bat chat around the backside. Else, did you want to
Yep, I'm
go
doing
through some damage?
Yeah, no problem here really
Okay.
fast. We ain't going to have anything super incredible, but we'll do it. Karma coming in there, the 50B coming in there, 1800 flat out. Barlochi coming in there at 1844 and his E4. Rainbow Castle coming out with the 1982. Caesar coming out there 1841. But the winner chicken dinner. Free adult in his bad chat 2682. GG's. And we're off.
Yeah, really nice done. Flipping the sides. Yeah, so yeah, I think that is pretty much multi-base in a nutshell of what you just saw there. Need to make those rotations, and you know there were, and honestly, CZR was, you know, 2 seconds away from being able to reset that with that bat chat, but you got to move quick. That clock is scary fast when you're making calls and trying to get tanks in position. You almost need to have your guys kind of thinking on their feet and for themselves. If you're waiting for the caller to make the call, you get caught with your pants down. I think that's one of the things that also makes it interesting in the 770 format. Sometimes just having that extra tank that you can deploy gives you so much more flexibility. You know, being able to put an extra medium or a light tank or something. And you can just see with only that 770 format, you really need to think about, do you have your tanks in the right position to get the most out of them? And what's their next position to move to quickly?
Very correct, sir.
I know as a caller, it drives me crazy.
You and me both.
I know, man. I always, when we're doing multi-base, I always tell my teammates, I need you guys to think for yourselves. We'll get into our positions, but we all have to be reading the map and making decisions kind of as a unit. You just don't have that kind of slow play out sometimes that you get with an encounter mode.
It is September. I put that thing there. That's for whoever you guys want to go out and watch. But if you have Amazon Prime, that means you also get Twitch Prime for free. So you get to watch ad-free on all your favorite streamers. So utilize that, and you actually go support your local streamer also that you decide who you like to watch. If that's here or over with, I know Bieber's been checking out. He's kind of an interesting dude. He like wears a mullet and like sunglasses and like communication goggles, like from Call of Duty and
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect, that's it.
The two-time.
That's awesome.
Two-time world champ. Not in tanks though, unfortunately.
Yeah, so use that. You get that going. And you don't have to worry about any more like ads. So that gets rid of that for you. So check it out
cool.
if you want to.
Yeah. Well, we got our timer going here. We're down to roughly 20 seconds. Looks like PPW is all the way up there. Yeah. CZR needs to get a few more tanks on there.
Here, I'll do one more, and then you guys have the rest of the night.
Yeah, they got him on.
All right.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna allow it. Yeah,
Launch it. Launch it.
They already might be a little mad that they got those tanks in, but come on now.
Yeah. Sometimes those tanks are up in the queue, and as you launch, and they show up. Yeah. Hey, thing number one here is on Wednesday night fights, we want to see good fights, right? And, we understand when it's a tournament match and how strict you need to be with the rules, and we definitely enforce those rules during a tournament. But first and foremost, this is a show tonight where comp teams come to battle each other. So I want you guys to be able to see that.
Right. PPW coming out. Fu Man, E4, Hype, and the Waffle. Pre-adult in the Bad Chat. Red Racer and IS7. Venta, 705A with Caesar. And also Rainbow Castle pulling out the Super Comp. Over to you guys.
Yeah, over on the CZR side, yeah, we got Bartolosi in the E4 Bat Chat by Vines again. Trained Goblin and Tota in the IS7s. We got Moth there in the T57 and El Chumucho in the Super Conk, and then iKarma in the 50B. Let's see what.
Do you guys mess Barakli's name up on purpose?
Yes. We have no idea what we're talking about here. So here's the question is oh no, I was wondering if Vines was just sitting out there. Yeah, Vines is sitting out there again, kind of checking the B line. Notice the rotation here by CZR. This push down the H line, and then they're to try to slam in and take a side and come right down the 3 and maybe the 2 line. As most teams spread out their forces along the 4 line, this can become an effective overmatch, but you got to do it quickly. Super Conk is starting to take some heat there. It looks like they're going to push Rainbow Castle and ignore Red Racer for now. Castle's trying to back up and get into position here. And slowly, PPW is bringing the rest of their forces over, realizing that the pressure is all coming from one side of the map.
Ouch.
Castle's down to, ooh, yeah. Ouchie, ouch is right. Castle's down to a 1 shot with 52 hit points, but here comes Fanta in the 705A and Caesar in his 705A to try to rescue their teammate as they pull Rainbow Castle down and try to preserve his hit points and gun. Do think we got to get that Hyper Fallen in the Waffle needs to get into this fight somewhere. I think he's kind of backing up the 705As right now. Really good trades going on. 2 IF7s side scraping off one another, right? Or side scraping off the same corner against each other.
Caesar's getting a little over aggressive here, more than I like to see. He's putting himself in really bad shape.
Yeah, I would have.
But maybe if they push.
Looks like they're trying to make a little push here.
Maybe Hype can be able to clip
Ooh.
Yeah, Fu Man just.
He just
put that slug right in the path. Yeah, and they're allowing him to reload, which is just shocking right now. Mucho went down, and there goes Fu Man with the kill shot. The hit points are very close, but in terms of having tanks alive, PPW is doing a great job of just keeping guns in the game. CZR down to 4 tanks.
you have a Waffle chasing you guys that are all one shot.
Yeah.
Jaws music.
Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. That's painful to watch even from up above. Wow. Hyper Fallen coming in at the end for cleanup. That is a filthy weapon at that stage of the game with low hit point tanks. And PPW takes the second one on Ghost Town.
Yeah, they take CZR's map pick. Crazy.
Oh, dude, wow.
Well,
The Waffle damage. Oof, oofa.
well, if you're gonna bring a Waffle, you better make sure that you put up good numbers. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. On CZR side of the world, got Moss coming in there. 2402 850 with his 57 heavy. Everybody else, they did over $1,000, so they were definitely throwing it out there. IS7 with a 1770 block, grand. 1680 blocked, 1680 damage, not bad, El Mucho. Now over to PPW side of the realm, here we go. Everybody very balanced out damage across the board. Definitely like seeing it like this. Rainbow and his Super Conk 2417, blocking 2170, doing his job in spades. Adult coming in there with 1534 and a kill. Boo Man 2400 and a kill. Hype pulling out the big numbers, 3268, 2 kills. But I mean, going across the board, everybody was close to 2K. You can't beat that. Fanta.
Yeah, it was great damage.
There you go.
Yeah, and one of the things that worked well for PPW is they were able to bring the rotations over and control more of the map. They're basically able to squish CZR into that little kill box and really not allow them any way out. You had the Batchat and the E4 on the outside, so they couldn't bump tanks out. You had the 705As locking them down from moving over the top with the Waffle, and then the IS7 and then Rainbow Castle staying alive was able to stuff the push down the middle. So that was just really well played defense there by PPW.
Hell yeah. Most definitely. What do you think, Legit? You excited to see Himmels?
Yeah, I've not gone on this map at all since they put out all the new maps, so it'll be interesting to see what this was talking about earlier with where everything's set up.
Yeah, the one cap is where everyone pretty much expects it from the encounter on the day mode, which is out on the rails, right there in the center, kind of tucked up against the buildings, kind of there in that EF2 position. But the other cap is in an actually very interesting position. And at first glance, you kind of look at it and you go, well, there's just nothing special about that. It's out there on kind of the AB6 line. It's a little more nuanced than that, and I'm sure once we get into the game and as Hells moves the camera around, you'll see there's some nooks and crannies and some strategic areas that you can really take advantage of on that B cap. So we'll see if that plays out on this map. Looks like we already got the timer ticking down to 60 seconds here. See if CZR can start to bring this one back. They are definitely a very capable team, but you know, PPW is no slouch. They're an excellent team as well.
What up, Le Floofy Sniper Ducko? What up, buddy? I'm glad that I'm sorry that your notification didn't work, but I'm glad that you made it. So
yes, we're always happy to have you watching.
Waffle again.
Yeah, well, I don't blame them. And there is a dirty. Let's go to game right now. There's a dirty place to put that Waffle, especially if you're defending. And what you can use it for is you kind of just keep it there in the back. They might even hide it like an A2, and they'll just leave it back there, and then they'll rotate it in depending on if they need to defend the A cap or the B cap. Let's see what they do with that.
Up next after this, guys.
The teams.
Oh, sorry. I just want to do a quick reminder. 10 p.m. L7 and no Fs to give. NFTG coming back out on the Wednesday night fights. Coming up at 10 p.m. So.
This is going to be the show of shows, man. Those two teams going at it. Over there on the PPW side, we got Commander Robert in an E4, Hyperfallen in the Waffle, Baton in the 430U, Rainbow Castle in the IS7, Fanta and Caesar 705As, and Fuman in the T57.
Over on the CZR side of the world, we got Broccoli in an E4, Vanship, Mike's in a Batchat, Santi and Lamar in IS7s. We got El Kawakmo in Supercock, Yawgmoth in an AMX50B, and El Como Toda in a Wiz 111 5A.
Good. I like that all three of us have come up with a different pronunciation for mucho. So one of us has to be right. Now look at this, and this is kind of interesting that you see from PPW. It's almost an extended turtle on the B cap. Most people are used to seeing that traditional TNG turtle along the 4 line, AB4. You push up a little further because you can see the cap extends into these buildings. And it allows the attacking team to get on cap and possibly protect their tanks. CZR has pushed down Banana Road. They got the 50B up on the hill. However, that 50B is not going to be able to do much in the position up on the hill from there.
He might get an angle on the 705 in middle of cap.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah. He might have shots on the 705A. Those are hard shots to pin from there, but he just slammed one in for 434. Missed the other one.
Yeah, he's at an angle.
Yeah, but now he's being a nuisance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at that height,
Good
what
shot.
it is, he's firing
Shooting
flat.
down.
Yep, shooting down and
Flat
flattening
on
out
that 705 base front. Yeah.
front plate.
I would have liked to see Fanta
Flipping, waffle,
side
flipping.
scraping a little bit more off the building, and I think that wouldn't have happened to him.
Oh, by 5A.
Yep. Here comes Fallen.
That cock just took 1,000 too. Ouch.
They're trying to get Mucho out of here before that 50B, but the 50B's reloaded. Caesar has to be careful.
The Waft's on
Good
reload.
exchange going on.
Here comes the
50B's
Batchat.
loaded, but I don't think it wants to get caught poking against the 705A and a loaded
Robert
waffle.
Is going to enjoy this one. He's going to go for the 57. Smart man. Now he's just dropping one on everybody.
Run. Run.
Run, run.
Run. Get the
Saving
waft,
it for the
but run.
waffle. Yep, he's saving it for the waffle.
Smart.
Ouch. That was an E4 run.
Waffle is not loaded yet.
Not yet.
Waffle is now a one shot. Oh,
the
good
705.
saving shot by
Getting him up.
Caesar. I do have to say, PPW does a good job of covering each other and sharing hit points. Pre-Adult has gotten in behind with his 430U and now is pressuring Lamara. And it's pretty much a cleanup
Turn
operation
off.
for PPW.
Turn off. Turn around, Waft.
Oh! Moth is able to take him down. And he might have a shot left, and he bounced 2 right there. Got 1.
That's it. That is a 3 and out.
That's all. Yeah. I gotta say, PPW, you could tell, had done their homework tonight on these multi-base maps, their positioning, their rotations, and you saw it just here on this Himmelsdorf. That extended kind of turtle strat here by really pushing out into the B cap, really smartly played there.
And there we go. PPW pulling this one out. 50B throwing up really good numbers. 3 kills. 3504. Maro coming in there in his IS7. Okay, can't complain. I want to check out. Blue Man had 1561. I was just checking out some damage spread. Pre-adult coming in. 1783, 2 kills. Rainbow in his IS-7, 2440, blocking 980. Commander Robert in his E4, 2574, blocking 4. Caesar in his 705, saving the waffle multiples of times. Doing 2K, 2 kills, 3K damage. And the winner chicken dinner.
Nice game.
Yet again, the waffle coming in with a 3497. 2 kills. He didn't block anything, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take those 8 pins from the waffle anytime, and just the ability to keep that tank alive. One thing that I think, only thing I'd say on PPW side to tighten up is watch that exposure of leaving that 705A out in the middle of the cap. That angle from the hill. If you're up against the building, they really can't hit you there. But if you sit in the middle of the cap, as you saw there, he got a little farmed out quickly. But overall, great game by PPW. CZR was definitely game tonight. I would expect if we get a rematch or CZR soon again, I know this team is a good team, and they'll be on it, and they definitely can bring it.